Well, hi everyone, and welcome to Cross Street Church. You've been hearing me say that a lot just lately from my living room, but I am actually here in Cross Street Church at the moment. And what I'm going to do is give you a bit of a guided tour. We've just had to set things up a bit differently to prepare for the new style of worship service that we're going to be starting Sunday morning, the 13th of September. So I'm going to show you around, and hopefully it'll just give you an idea of the way things are going to work when you are able to start joining us again down at church for Sunday morning worship. So I'll start by a little guided tour from coming in and taking you right through to going out at the end of the service, and you'll get an idea of how that's all going to work. And it may be that when you arrive there'll be a clear way through like this. It may be that people are queuing up 2 meters apart if a few people have arrived at the same time. So if that's the case, just be patient and hopefully the weather will be good. As you can see, the doors open, and what we're going to do is keep as many doors open as we can, which will avoid people having to touch the handles on the doors. As you come in, you'll see the different markings on the floor telling you to stay 2 meters apart, and also arrows marking a one-way system. And we have here a hand gel station. We've got a high one and a low one, so that will accommodate adults and children as well. And you'll be able to get your hands nice and clean and sanitised as you come in. I'll just draw your attention to one or two of the signs that we have. If anyone, when they arrive, wants to go to the toilet, if any of the ladies want to go, we are just allowing one person at a time. I know there's 2 toilets in there, but just one person at a time in the ladies' toilet. And then if you follow the arrows, they're going to take you with a one-way system and take you into the church. Likewise with the gents' toilet. If you go to the toilet, if you could then follow the arrows and come in the one-way system and come into the church through the main door, that would be great. If anybody wants a gift aid envelope, there will be some there for you to take, and also some pens if you need a pen. But what we would ask you is, if you use a pen, take the pen home with you. We've got plenty of pens. Don't use a pen and then put it back. What we'd like you to do is, you use a pen, take it with you, have a complimentary pen, but take that with you, and the gift aid envelopes there. Generally the rule is, if you touch something, take it with you. Don't touch something and leave it behind. So the same applies with any leaflets. We're not going to have many leaflets around, but if you touch a leaflet or a booklet, take it home with you. But as soon as you can, we really don't want people loitering in this area, but to go straight into the church and follow the one-way system. You can either come in through this first door or over to the other door, either way. Some people may be seated up on the balcony, possibly families with young children, so they will be going up that way. And then you'll make your way into the main church. As you can see, the chairs are very spaced out. This isn't the definite arrangement that we'll have on Sunday. It will depend on exactly who's coming, because we may be setting out chairs for single people, or it may be chairs for couples, or there may be chairs set out for a family. We will be asking you to let us know in advance if you're coming, and then we'll set out chairs accordingly for the people who are going to be there. I've got some chairs on the platform as well, so if there's anyone who takes part in the service, they will have a chair up there throughout the service. One thing that we are asking is that you wear a face covering unless there's a special reason. That is for all the people of age 12 and over. Children aged 11 and under don't need to wear a face covering. But all the adults and children from the age of 12 and upwards to wear face coverings. So if you come into the main church, find your seat and sit down, and then if you could stay in that seat and keep your face covering on throughout the service, that is really what we need to happen to comply with the government guidelines. Any person who's actually leading a service, preaching, or if somebody else is up here doing a Bible reading, they can take the face covering off while they're doing that. But if you're not taking part in the service, we ask you to keep a face covering on while you're in the church. When the first part of the service is completed, the children are going to go for kids' church. So those that are in the downstairs, they will follow the one-way system out through this door. Any that are up in the balcony, they need to come down the stairs, and rather than coming all the way through church, go back out through that main door that you've come in through. And for that reason, we're asking people, please make sure that you arrive on time rather than coming late. Otherwise, there could be children coming out for kids' church at the same time as you're coming in, and we want to try and avoid that. So the children will make their way out over into the church hall, and they will be having kids' church. That'll be done slightly differently, again, because we've got different regulations. But Karen will be doing that according to the Department of Education guidelines to keep the children safe. At the end of the service, what I will do is ask people to leave, starting with the ones who are sitting closest to this side door. And as you can see, the one-way system is pointing this way. That is going to be the way out at the end of the service. So starting with those who are sitting closest, we'll ask you to leave. So it's going to be people in these chairs here will be the first to go. People who are at the back and over on this side, you're going to be the last ones to go. But we're going to try and do it so that you're not all walking past each other as you leave. Again, we've got a hand sanitizer there on the way out. And if anyone's got an offering, we won't be taking a collection during the service, but there's a plate for you to put the offering in. We won't be actually counting that until a later date, but that will be able to be put in there. So this is the way you'll come out, through this door and into the car park. It's a bit noisy in here due to the Indian restaurant, but that takes you out and back into the street. For those who are parents of children who are going to the kids' church, what we'd like you to do is come out into the street, walk around and round to the back door. So this is the way that you'll come to get to the back door, in through this gate here, which brings you to the back door, and Karen will be sending the children to this door to leave at the end of Kids Church, so this is where you'll be able to pick them up. If you wait for them here, they'll come and meet you at this point.